Good morning, family. I was just coming to you this morning. It's Wednesday, November the 5th, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. So I'm up and ready to go, get ready to take my load to Haslick, Texas. I got a craft load, so this will be my first time there. So I'm going, taking it there. I have about It looks like I have about 600 miles left to go to get to my destination. So, waking up this morning, leaving the Flying J's, headed that way. Um, just wanted to give you an update. Many people has been asking me about KLLM. If you live in Mississippi or Texas and you want to go to school, right now they're only accepting people that live in Mississippi or Texas, or can get a Texas or Mississippi address, so you can go to school at one of the locations. But if you're an experienced driver, it doesn't matter where you live. You can live anywhere: California, New York, South Carolina, anywhere in the United States, and you can get hired if you are experienced. If you are not experienced and you're looking to get in the field, call Dawn. Either way, if you are experienced or not experienced and you want to go to school, or you want to transfer over to KLLM, first thing you have to do is put in that application. Go to kllm.com and put my name on there, Tamara Brock, TAMARABROCK. And also, it's going to ask you for a recruiter. So I need you to put Dawn's name on there, DAWN, and I think she spells her last name GOLUM. That way, she can pull your application and she can call you herself. Instead of it just going to any recruiter, it will go directly to Dawn. Dawn will do the background check and get things rolling for you. And any questions that you have, feel free to ask her, because she's gonna keep it 100 with you and be honest with you. She's not gonna promise you the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It is what it is. But she will be upfront, honest, and tell you the truth. You're going to get in contact with her after you put in your application. If you haven't heard anything within 24 hours, give her a call so she can pull it at 1-800-925-1000, and just ask for Dawn, a recruiter, and they will patch you right into her. If you haven't heard from Dawn and you still don't know what's going on with your application, text message me, inbox me, call me, whatever it is, so I can call and check on it for you. The other day I had to call and check on a couple people's application, and they went to other places, but we finally realized what the reason was about not being able to come to KLLM. Number one, KLLM does do background checks, and you want to be open, you want to be honest, you want to be upfront about what's going on. If you have a record, if you have a misdemeanor, if you have a felony, if you have anything like that, always be upfront about it, because if they have to find out about it later, it's worse. So you want to be able to tell them upfront, because you're not going to get the job anyway if you don't be upfront and honest. And if you do get hired, you're going to get terminated as soon as everything comes back. So be upfront and honest about it. I mean, there's people out here that have CDLs, they have records, they have misdemeanors, they have felonies, they have, different things on their records. And it doesn't stop you from getting a CDL in most cases, depending on what it is. It may stop you from getting a job with some of these bigger companies, depending on what it is. A lot of companies want you to have your record clean for so long. But, I understand, things happen sometimes when you in your younger days and you do things that you did before that you may not do now. and you change, and you want to do better and be better. I understand it. I get it. I applaud you for that. But there's some things that you have to do to get on with one of these companies. And first, it is maybe if you can't get with KLLM or one of the bigger companies right away because of your record, um, go and get your permit on your own. Study that book. Find somebody that has a 18 wheeler or a truck driver that is willing, or owner operator that is willing to take you to the DMV and pass your test, your driving test. Once you get your CDL and you have your CDL, don't stop there just because you think you can't get a job because you have a record. Find individuals that will hire you, because there are plenty of owner operators out there that will hire you as a driver and get that experience, and keep your record clean and do the things that you want to do to accomplish your goals. Because if you do that, then eventually these companies, bigger companies, will look at you and see, hey, these are steps that I've taken to change my life, and I kept my record clean. I've been out of trouble. I'm not on parole. It's been past 7 years or 10 years or whatever. Would you give me an opportunity and a chance to work for your company? And a lot of them will. But you have to start somewhere. I do know that KLLM is very, I don't know, particular about what they will and will not accept. And you just have to call them and talk to them. But the main thing is to be upfront, be honest, let them know what's going on. People make mistakes. People do things in their lives. We've all have done them. We do things in our lives that we wish that we never did, or we got caught up in something that we shouldn't have got caught up in. We changed our lives around. We served our time, or we doing different things. We trying to be positive. We growing up. Things happen. So don't let that discourage you. Don't let it be like you can't get a job, or you can't do this, or you can't get out here in this field, because you can. But you have to be honest. You have to be upfront, and you have to be willing to be dedicated to make that change to do better. Because once we know better, we do better, and better things happen for us. But like I said, if you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to text me. A lot of times I can't text you right back or call you right back because I be on the road driving, or either sleeping because I'm tired. But once I get the message, I'll put it to the side until I have time that I can respond to it. Like I say, right now is a great time to get into trucking. It's a great time to get it at KLLM because we're offering that bonus. You get the $2,500. You get the $500 for paid training. If you even haven't been on the road, say you got your CDL and you haven't driven, or you haven't been out on the road in a while, or you haven't been with a company in a while, that's fine. All you have to do is go to what we call a refresher course. You go to 1 week of, just refreshing and getting back in the swing of things. And then you don't have to go out for 6 weeks. You can actually go out for 3 weeks with a trainer, just to make sure you're good. And after that, you get your truck and you go out on your own. Not many companies hire you and put you in a truck, a brand new truck, put you out on the road and make you like a lease purchase. Somebody had a video that made a lot of sense to me, talking about lease purchase and company. Talking about lease purchase and company. They wouldn't lease a vehicle, and this person wouldn't be company. And don't sit in those truck stops and listen to the guys complain about their company. Why would you lease? Things like that. And the thing that made sense to me is the reason why I lease is because after 6 years, this truck will be mine. I own it after 6 years. After 6 years, I own it. After 3, I get a check for over $10,000. Okay. If I wanted to turn it in and get a newer truck. Um, if you're a company, you still paying for the truck. It don't matter. And you're getting paid less. You're getting paid 33.42 a mile. But you're still paying for the truck because guess who paying the truck note? The company is. And guess who's working for the company? You are. So at the end of 6 years, you don't have a truck paid for. You have a company truck that's paid for, and the company will put as many company drivers as they want to in their trucks to get them paid for. Because you're going to pay for it one way or the other, whether you're a company or whether you're lease. Now, going lease and going company, two different things. If you lease, you got a business mindset. You know how to run a business. You know what you want to do. You know how to keep your miles. You know how to keep your receipts. And you in that business mind. You want to own your own business. If you company, you in that company mindset. All you want to do is you want to run your miles. You want to go home. You don't want to be responsible for these receipts, this fuel. You don't want to monitor all that. You just want to go out there, make your money, and go home to your family, and it's all good. You get your benefits. Everything is taken out for you, and you're good. And there's nothing wrong with that because you don't want to jump into something that you're not ready for. You don't want to jump into something that you're not prepared for. You know, as a company driver, you run your miles, you know you're getting paid. As a lease driver, you run your miles, you know every deduction that has to come out that check before you even make some money. And sometimes your check is not going to be a $2,000 check every week. Don't get that twisted. There's times where the freight is low and you're not running as many miles as you would, and you may get a $400 or $500 check. If you take a couple of days off, you definitely gonna get a $400 or $500 check. You're not gonna be making $2,000 a week or more. And usually that happens around the holidays and things like that. But as a company, as a lease purchase person, you have to realize that when you take off, make sure you got some money saved up. Make sure that you can continue to make those payments while you on your off time. There's nothing wrong with taking off as long as you got that money to take off with. Take off as much as you want to. This is your business. You can do whatever it is that you want to, but don't be taking off and you don't have no money saved up, because that will put a hurting on you. That will, and I don't like to go home a lot, and the reason why is because you get comfortable. You're at home, you get to seeing people, you relaxing or whatever, and you start to get comfortable and you like, I got to get back in that mindset. So I like to stay in that mindset. I'm not coming back off the road to maybe, I'm thinking about Thanksgiving, but I don't know. Um, and long as my family's good and everybody's good, I'm good. I have two boys. One's 23, one's 17. They have the house, to themselves. They pay the bills. My 23-year-old works, and my 17-year-old goes to school. They're very responsible, and they call me for, if anything goes on or anything happens, they call me. So I have that peace of mind that I don't have to worry about, are my children good? And I also have my family around me that if anything happens, they're like a phone call away and they can be over there in 5 minutes. So they're not the kids that will want to party and have people over and things like that, because I taught them at a young age that that's not what you do. And I didn't accept that when I was there with them. So they know that that's not what they do when I'm not there. So just because I'm not there doesn't mean that nobody's watching, being with them or knowing what's going on with them, because they have popovers all the time, every day. Believe that. But they're very responsible. My oldest works. I'm so proud of him. I'm paying, the bills and doing the things that he needs to do. And I did a surprise home visit, and everything was good. They kept the house clean. Did no dishes in the sink. So, like I say, I'm very proud of how they're handling. They really becoming men. I think I did a good job with them, and they really becoming responsible and not dependent on mom all the time. So that gives me peace of mind, and I'm able to do what I need to do. Anytime my kids need something, they pick up the phone, and Walmart to Walmart is now doing this. You could send up to $3,000 for $10. Okay, so they done took over MoneyGram, Western Union. If you could find a Walmart, you could do Walmart to Walmart and you're good. So anytime they need money, they can get it right away. I just sent money out. So I got all my little Walmart receipts where I've been sending out folks money. So I like it because I don't have to do MoneyGram. I like it because if it's under 50, if it's $50 or less, it's only $4.95. If it's over $50, it's $9. So that's not bad at all. And it's a good way to make sure what whoever needs is good. So I've taken care of that. Done